Hello students, welcome to immyenglish.com, the one-stop solution for ESL examination and immigration services. This video is about the listening module and it will give you in-depth details about the listening exam. So let's begin. First of all, let's look at the exam structure. For those who have not seen the IELTS overview lecture, should know that this exam is same for the academic and general candidates. There are a total of 40 questions of 1 mark each, and total time of the test is 30 minutes plus 10 minutes of extra time to transfer the answers to the answer sheet. This extra time is only for the paper-based exam and there is no extra time in the computer-based exam. Lastly, there are a total of 4 sections or recording in the exam and each section will have a set of 10 questions. Now let's dive into each of these sections in detail. Section 1. The first section or the first recording is always based on a conversation between two people in regards to an exchange of information. A few examples of this type of communication would be a telephonic conversation between two people, or it can be a conversation between a front desk executive and the customer, or a random talk between two people. Remember that in this section you will not hear the voice of a third person. Now in this section you can have a variety of questions like multiple choice questions, fill in the blanks, completion of sentences, and one word or short answers. Lastly, in this section you will always have a minimum of 1 pause and 10 questions will be divided into 2 parts. An important note for every student: at the very beginning you will also hear a sample to show you how to answer the questions. Utilize that time to read all the questions in the entire section. This section is the easiest of all the 4 sections and try to be 100% accurate in this section to secure more bands in the exam. Now let's look at section 2. In this section, most of the time the recording will be a monologue. Now you might be wondering, what is a monologue? A monologue is when only one person speaks. Now it is not necessary that it's only going to be a monologue in section 2, but most of the time it is. However, be prepared for anything. Now in section 2, it's all about grabbing the information from a set of instructions. The information can be an explanation by a tour guide, announcement at any public places, a visit to a place or any library, a clubhouse, a sports facility, or anywhere else. The types of questions in section 2 are similar to the section 1, such as multiple choice, fill in the blanks, sentence completion, but there can also be maps, form filling, or any other diagrams as well. Lastly, remember that this section will be a little complex as compared to the section 1, and it will also have one break or pause in between. My recommendation is that you should try to be 95% accurate in this section to get better score. With little practice, this section is also easy as compared to section 3 and 4. Now let's look at section 3. In this section, mostly you will hear a group of conversation between 4 or less people. Usually you will always have a recording based on an interview or a discussion about assignments between the professor and the students, or a group of students talking with each other. The types of the questions in this section are also similar to the previous 2 sections, but the chances of MCQ is more in this section to make it a little complex. The problem with MCQ is that you need to read more information and listen very carefully. So be careful when you answer MCQ as they are tricky. The other types of the question will be fill in the blanks, sentence completion, matching options, and summary completion. Now, as per my experience, this section is tough and requires a very good listening and analytical skills. You should be fast in reading the questions and avoid any traps or tricks in the recording. Lastly, this section will always have one break or pause in between to give you time to read the questions and answer. But don't waste much time. Try to read as fast as possible and try to achieve an accuracy of 90%. Now let's look at the last section, section 4. This section is 90% of the time a monologue, and it's always an informative recording that will give you tons of information in a very short period of time. The types of the recording that you can expect can be a university lecture, a speech, interview, or a podcast. The types of the question in this section are always similar, just like MCQ, fill in the blanks, matching option, sentence completion, etc. Now what makes this section toughest among all the sections is no breaks. Once the recording starts, it will not stop and you have to answer all the 10 questions in a single shot. Moreover, you will not be given extra time as compared to the time given in the previous 3 sections at the beginning to read the questions. That's what makes this section toughest. You should try to read as fast as possible in the beginning to read the questions. And in this section, you should try to achieve an accuracy of at least 80% to get a better score. This brings us to the end of the listening module. Now let's see the scoring criteria for the listening exam. As you know, there are 4 sections and 40 questions of 1 mark each. Now this scale gives you an idea about the score that you will get based on the total number of correct answers in the exam. You can see that to get 7 bands, you need at least 30 correct answers. That means 2.5 incorrect answer per section is allowed. And to get 9 bands, you should have at least 39 correct answers. You can still make 1 mistake. Lastly, the most important thing to remember is that there is no negative marking in the exam. Therefore, if you don't know any answer or missed it in the recording, then try to make a guess. You should never leave any blank answer in the listening and the reading exam. Hope you understand the scoring criteria for the exam and prepare as per your requirement of the score. Now let's look at some key points you should remember while you give listening exam. The first and the most important point to remember is checking your spellings in the answer sheet or column. Remember that even though your answer is correct but spelling is incorrect, you will be marked incorrect and you will not get any points for that. The second most important point is that the difference between singular and plural is very significant. Hence, if the correct answer is singular but you wrote plural, then also your answer is incorrect. Third point is punctuation marks. However, to solve this issue, always write all the answers in uppercase or in capital letters. This can save you from errors that occurs because of punctuation. Again, never leave any blank answer even if you don't remember the part of the recording. But please use some common sense before answering. Don't just write anything. Now one note for the computer-based candidates. There is no extra time to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Hence, you need to be extremely fast in typing. So before giving the computer-based exam, do some typing practice as well. Lastly, for those who wish to get 8 bands in the listening exam, remember that you can make 4 mistakes in the exam and still get 8 bands. So just work hard and getting 8 bands is easy and possible. Now this brings us to the end of the listening module. I hope you have found this lecture informative. In the next video we will learn about reading module in details. If you like this video, then please like and subscribe our YouTube channel and support us to bring you quality content and tips. For any questions, please raise a topic in the forum. The link is available in the description. See you in the next video. Take care.